Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the VULCAN Report. This end-of-day report is for trading on Monday, June the 19th, 2017. Looking at how the markets fared, looking first at NYMEX. NYMEX was a big winner today. It moved up sharply, closing up 59 cents on the day. And it's moving now progressively deeper inside of the Kumo cloud as it marches toward that $25, possibly $26 watermark. I suspect it's going to at least try to get and break out of this Kumo cloud or get close to it before seeing any type of a pullback. The last time here, you see we pulled back 3 weeks in a row, and now this is going on week 4 as we are breaking up to the upside. And it's doing it, in a decent clip. Over 1 million shares traded today. So looking to get a couple of bucks up here. 25 is the first test, and we'll see what happens if we can get in that $26 handle. Another big mover today was the biotech sector. You can see here, ticker IBB moved up nicely, closing up $7.06 a share today. So that was a very nice move. And I suspect this is probably going to continue to march and try to get up over 300. So we'll see how that one moves here in a moment. All right, so moving right along, let's take a look and see what gold is looking like. Gold kind of gave up the ghost as we went deeper in the red. Just like I mentioned to you last week, I did warn that failure to regain momentum was going to dive us, deeper into the lower end of this trading range. And it's still, sitting here on this support. We're at 1245.20 now. So I think we're going to probably continue to drift lower here and then surprise everyone and then catch this ramp right up in here. So we're looking at possibly 3 weeks out of slightly lower, consolidated to slightly lower prices before we ramp back up again. And of course, anything can happen. It could get hit at any moment, so you just have to be nimble and be quick and keep your eyes open on the goal. But right now, it is losing upside momentum, and it is gaining strength to the downside. Looking at silver, which has been the weakest of the two, looks like silver is also giving up the ghost and catching a bid. I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, I hate when I swallow wrong. Okay, so silver is just, accelerating here to the downside, picking up downward momentum. And right now it's at a critical juncture because all things being equal, we have the makings of one of these legs here coming to push us to new lows. So this one is in danger of hitting that 15 handle this week. Heavy, unfortunately, if you're long. Taking a look at nat gas, it's getting deeper into the red as well. Coming off here, hitting a key support level. Failure to close, or I should say a close below 286 this week is going to be super bearish and put this in free fall. It could head back down to the 250 handle with no problem. We'll see where we go from here, but we are in a Kumo cloud of death. So most likely we're probably just going to go ahead and test this lower end of this cloud before bouncing back up again. Taking a look now at oil. All right, crude oil is still in free fall. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th week now in a row of continued downside. This downtrend channel is still intact. Negative pulse waves still intact and picking up some downward momentum. So we're looking at a possible 42, 40-ish because that's right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. We could hit 40 to the downside target on this oil. I'm looking at 40 right now because it's respecting the pointer. All right, and here it is being pulled down as if by a magnet. So oil is looking very, very weak here. All right, taking a look now at bonds. Bonds still creeping higher here, hitting up against some key resistance this week at 155.20. A close above 155.20 would help to gain further traction to get to the bottom of this Kumo cloud and possibly touch 160. So my upward target on bonds right now is still 160. So we'll watch that. It will be key though this week if on the short term we could close above 154.18. A close above 154.18 would open the door to that 160 move. A close below 154.18 this week opens up further downside and a test down to the 150, the lower end of the 153 handle, possibly even dipping into the 152. So we're at a crossroad juncture on the bonds. Apple Computer is trying to do what it can to prop up the NASDAQ. You had a nice little bump up today, up $4 after sliding here. However, it's not enough. Market is still closing below 147.88. Need to close above 147.88 in order to put an end to this downward slide. If not, we're going to open the door wide, swing the door wide open to a 128 handle. And Apple Computer, 128. For those of you that are hard of seeing, 128 is heaven. All right, 128. So this is where we are possibly going. If we do not regain momentum quickly, Apple is toast. All right, Apple is toast. Okay, toast. All right, so there you have it. Apple is toast if it cannot close above 147.88 this week. It needs to regain that momentum. If not, this rally will be sold. All right, Apple is toast. Toast. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ 100 emini situation here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's blow this chart up. Okay, the emini NASDAQ 100 is trying to do a little something. All right, it's trying to bounce too. It's trying to regain that momentum that it lost last week. All right, so we need to close above 57.25.5 this week. Or in the short term, we're going to correct further. And we could actually see the start of a correction. As I pointed out to a while back, I told you that it could possibly fall off the cliff here, only to be rescued by the rampage and then brought right back up to 6,000. So capitulation, 6,000. What that kind of looks like is like this, where the market would possibly over the next couple of weeks, you know, we just gradually come down here like that, and then we're rescued by the ramp. All right, and we take off. Okay, so this is kind of like the elongated V, the stretched out wide V. All right, before we march to 6,000. Okay, so that is a possibility. That's what we're watching to see what's what, and in all likelihood that probably will happen. But there is a caveat that we can throw in here. The caveat is XI to the V. XIV, folks. XIV hit a new high of 85.34 on this weekly chart. Major thought it was going to fail here. Major thought it was going to fail here, only to be bought right back again. So we need to maintain a close above $80.65, or the short-term momentum will be lost. We shouldn't have that problem bending almost $5 ahead right now. So we shouldn't really have that problem. All right, so we'll watch the XIV closely to see what is what. It also should be noted that the QQQ, like the NASDAQ futures, has not regained like it should. All right, it's just fighting at this momentum line of 139.63. It barely closed above the momentum line. It needs to hold or it will fold. All right, it needs to hold the line or it will fold. All right, you get the drift even with my shaking hands. All right, it holds or it will fold. Okay, this is where we are in the X to the I to the V. All right, moving right along, let's take a look at a few more notables. NVIDIA has been on a march too. All right, it's been strong. You got this elongated cloud coming up with some rampage at the end of it. And we still haven't got back to the old high 168.50, but it's trying. If it fails to take this 168.50 out on a close, it rolls, okay? Got to take the 168.50 out on a close. All right? We got to do this on a close, or we roll, as in over. All right, we close or roll, one of the two. We'll be watching to see what happens this week. It should be noted, we do have a plethora of rally alerts and crash alerts that you cannot ignore. Let's move on and see what happens possibly in the miners. GDXJ, here's GDXJ. All right, GDXJ is still sideways and choppy, just leaving pointers all over the place though. So it's letting you know that once it gets running, it's gonna run. Right now it's flat. All right, it's on again, off again with momentum. Right now it's off again. It needs to close above 32.82 this week to lock in some positivity, to give it a run to 34, and then hopefully maybe 35.29, which is, it's going to be resistance, but at least it gets you back in a cloud and possibly a chance to catch the ramp to put you up over the top on your march to 42. So that's what we're going to be watching. There's just a lot of wait and sees right now. It's early in the week. We don't know what's going to happen. But I will tell you that Bitcoin did catch a bid today. Yes, it did. Here we be. BTSC. All right, rallying up to 10 cents. That is a nice move. And it did it on over 19 million shares. All right, so that is a nice move. That is a 32.47% move in the BTSC, ladies and gentlemen. 32% move. It is the winner of the day in percentage points. All right, so there you have it. It's trying to do something. We'll see what these markets can do. Now, all I have to say unto you is bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Do yourself a favor. Come on over to pulsewavetrading.com. Learn how to trade algorithmically. Learn how to navigate these waters. Learn how to make serious money in these markets and build a financial foundation for you and your family. Make it an extra source of income, an extra income stream for you. Learn how to stack your metals. Learn how to take advantage when the central banks come in and smash down the metals. Learn how to profit from that. All right? Learn what it is that you don't know that the central banks hope and wish that you don't find out. Come on over to Post-Wave Trading and learn that. And also stay tuned for the upcoming mini docu video by me, yours truly, dealing with what's been going on with these cryptos and what it is you need to know and understand about them. All right? Video to be uploaded, Lord willing, later this evening. Peace out.